My name is Amy Eisenhower. I originally am from the New York City, New Jersey area. I worked here for probably 25 years on the ambulance, working BLS in a variety of roles. Prior to moving to the state, I also worked in EMS education and worked in a bunch of training centers. I had a variety of experiences before coming here to the Bureau of EMS. Currently, I am the Vital Signs Conference Coordinator, which means I work on the statewide conference. And if you haven't gone, our website is vitalsignsconference.com. I also work on the Vital Signs Academy, vitalsignsacademy.com. And there's free CME there for New York State providers, so go check it out. We have recorded classes live online, and you can find our schedule on that website. I also work on the EMS recruitment program, which I've been working on for the last 4.5 years. And I'll be overseeing that grant program. We're currently hiring for a new program manager because as much as I'd like to do everything, I cannot. EMS for Children is a federal grant program, and each state has a chapter. And it's dedicated to helping EMS providers and emergency department providers provide the best care possible for kids and being more prepared, since they're only about 5% of our calls. So we have a bunch of different things here today. Bureau of EMS has a mental health webpage. So this page has basically resources for EMS providers, and they are vetted to be focused on EMS providers for prevention all the way to crisis. I think that for mental health of EMS providers, you get a lot of information about what to do when somebody's in crisis, is contemplating suicide, is experiencing symptoms with PTSD. Obviously, those things up there. There's some inpatient programs up there, but there's also a lot of resources on there about prevention. So whether that's tips on how to start to eat better, how to deal with fatigue management. Like, so are you getting enough sleep? Well, exactly how much sleep should you be getting? How does that work? How can you even just get started with that? There's some information up there about mindfulness and being able to control your reaction to things, right? So breathing tips and breath work and all of those things and how they work. There's also a list up there from the National Volunteer Fire Council, from the Share the Load program, that has by state mental health providers that have taken extra training in how to approach people in the first response communities, so that you're not going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist for talk therapy and they go, oh my God, that's horrible, right? So they're more aware of our community, things that we normally would deal with on an everyday basis. So they're more prepared to handle the level of trauma that we might see in our everyday jobs. So I did hold up a poster. We have a poster. You can order this for your agency, as many as you need, right on the New York State website. If you put in NYS EMS Mental Health, the page will pop up, and there's a form there that you can fill out to order this. We also have pocket cards. These are pocket cards that you can put in your wallet that you can share with others. So on the front, it has some tips. One is on suicide awareness indicators. Some of those you might be familiar with those things from dealing with patients. The other one is for stress indicators. But on the back of both, you fill this out with your particular information. So it goes through 3 enjoyable activities. So when you're feeling something in the moment, you can think about those enjoyable things that just help you relax, that you enjoy outside of work. 1 mindful exercise, so something that you do that helps you reset your brain. And then 3 supportive people to call and their numbers. And then at the bottom, if there's a specific suicide or talk hotline that you prefer to use or that you would prefer to use, you can put that information there. But also at the bottom are the suicide hotline numbers or text lines, and then the QR code to lead you back to our website. So these are also orderable right on that same form. There is a state EMS advisory body, right? So CMAC, SEMSCO. And so SEMSCO put together this report. This is also available on our website, on the Bureau website, about where are the emergency medical providers. And so there's some information in here about why people are leaving the profession, why people choose to stay for the profession, what problems agencies are having. So all of that information is in here with statistics and data right from New York State. As I mentioned, EMS for Children, we have a bunch of other resources. Again, most of this is available on our website. One of those is this best practices for de-escalating, really for all patients, but specific to kids, because kids are typically agitated for different reasons than adults are. And even among the spectrum of children's ages, which makes them difficult to treat for us. Little kids might be agitated for different reasons than teenagers or pre-adolescents might be. So this is available on our website under EMSC, so NYS EMSC resources. If you Google that, our page will pop up with all of these information. Also, we have pediatric badge buddies. So this has the normal vital signs for PALS for kids. And then the back is GCS, and this is from Nemesis. So this is the same thing you see on your chart. And so this is meant to be a reference tool. If you don't remember what the average vital signs for a 3-year-old are, you can go in here and look, right? And then compare your patient's vital signs to what's normal. We also have our policy statement on securing patients in the ambulance, in the stretcher, really specifically to children of all different sizes. So the criteria is between 5 and 100 pounds. They need to be appropriately secured in a pediatric restraint device versus in the 5-point device, right, the regular straps in your ambulance, because most kids or smaller individuals would slip out of that. So there's a variety of devices around. I'm happy to share that information if you email me, or you can go look on the NSEMSA website. There's a whole work group dedicated to that. And they have done some research over the past 10 or 15 years on appropriateness of safe transport devices. And there's a list there, but if you reach out to me, I'm happy to share that information with you, and I can send it all to you. amy.eisenhower@health.ny.gov. There are some dogs here. So I went to meet the dogs. I'm very excited for the dogs. But I'm also really excited to talk to other people from New York State, other vendors, see the new things that are happening in EMS, so that I can help bring some of this stuff back to our conference so you can experience it when you come to the Vital Signs Conference in November. What the state is moving towards in EMS, I think that many people in our bureau, soon to be division, we are growing, are looking forward to being able to help agencies, being able to help providers grow our profession, right? And really give it a good foundation so that people can get paid what they should be paid, that agencies can build what they should build, that they can bring in that money to be able to pay people, to have good ambulances, to have good equipment, and empower them to give the best patient care to the citizens of New York. So I think that there's a lot of different projects going on. I know many people have heard about the ambulance task force in New York State that is being built so that when there's a disaster, like, for example, a few years ago, there was the storm in Buffalo. We have teams already ready and established with equipment to be able to respond and support communities across the state. And then separately, what I would say to EMS providers, I worked on the truck for a long time, and really for 17 years, I really just thought I was just going to be on the end. I went back to school to get an associate's degree, start working towards my bachelor's, which I will graduate in May. Yay. So it took a long time, but I did it one class at a time. And I was plotting to leave EMS, and I found a mentor, right? So if there's something in EMS that you're interested in, some specific area. So education was something that I was really interested in. Find a mentor 2 or 3 steps ahead of you that you think is doing really well. You believe in them, you trust them. Approach them and say, hey, can you help me understand what next steps I should take? There's plenty of different experiences now in EMS. It's not like when I first started where there was on the truck, or you went to nursing school, or you became a doctor. There's so many different opportunities now in EMS. Find a mentor, see what else you might like to do, and pursue that, because we do need associated professions. So whether you want to become a lawyer, whether you want to become a nurse, whether you want to become a PA or a physician, we need those associated professions to support us as we grow. And we still need amazing people to stay in the profession that have had the opportunity, all right, like the joys and the pains of clinical care, to move up and be our leaders.
I'm Scott Costolini. I'm a New York State paramedic for the last 10 years or so. And I'm currently working for Borough of Manhattan Community College to set up some of their training and simulation equipment. Today I am demonstrating Lucina, is our high fidelity childbirth mannequin. She is phenomenal. She can do a full delivery anywhere from normal vaginal delivery to breech, different presentations, and C-section, different OB emergencies, which are fantastic. Mannequin itself, high fidelity. She can talk. You can talk through her with the microphone. And then it has a setup with the HoloLens that allows the students to actually put it on and see what is going on inside of her during the procedure and during the birth. So they're actually able to, instead of having to imagine or try to picture the anatomy and everything that's going on, they can physically see it. And when students get to use this stuff and see it like that, they come out with this skill, which is not one that EMS is great at or gets some practice at. They come out with way more confidence because there's less questions and it's phenomenal. So yeah, really great. I met a bunch of people. Everything's really cool. I love showing this off. Everyone gets really excited with it. And saw some.
Hey guys, how you doing? Sean Solo from Medicine Event Places. Medicine Event Places is a training and equipment company. We consult agencies as well as individuals who are looking to expand their knowledge base in the pre-hospital care world. We teach everything from basic CPR and first aid all the way up to advanced tactical classes. If you check us out online at medicineeventplaces.com, you can see all of our offerings. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us via email, which you'll find a link on the site. What we did was for the event today, we put a $50 coupon code out, $50 off of our class January 25th and 26th for the TECC original class. It's a 2-day class in Bayside, New York, and it's $50 off for this event for anybody that comes here and wants to take advantage. We're really looking forward to seeing some old friends, making some new friends. We've been in the industry. I personally have been in the industry for over 34 years. Love EMS. I'm still a card carrying medic, and I love my career that I've chosen, and we love training. So I'm seeing a lot of old friends, and I'm seeing a lot of new faces today. Awesome event. I'm happy to be here. We are based out of New York. A lot of people see us all over the map. We do travel and bring our programs around the world at this point, so outside of the U.S. as well as in the United States. We are located in Suffolk County, New York. We have 4 locations currently, one in Bayside, New York, which we opened up last year, one in Ronkonkoma, New York, which we opened up last year, Bohemia, as well as Elmont. Those are 2 satellite offices that we use for classes as well. So we have 4 locations in the downstate New York area. I've been a paramedic for 34 years. I've been in EMS for 36 years, total with my EMT 2 years prior. And what I started off with Medicine Event Places was a CPR company. Once I grew my career and I started getting into the tactical medical world, I saw that there was a need to bridge medicine with first responders in general, so fire as well as law enforcement. What we did was we created a system utilizing the programs that are out there to cater and customize training for each individual agency or entity that exists. That's what makes us different than anybody else, because we will use their equipment to show them how to use their equipment in austere environments. Work with a lot of different agencies. The main 4 would be EMS being the primary, fire, law enforcement, and then private security sector.
Hi, I'm John Feroza. I'm the Northeast Territory Manager for 3B Scientific. We are a manufacturer and developer of mannequins, clinical skill trainers, ALS training software, and other medical education products. So this is something that your colleague has. You'll have the reality system of ALS training, where the instructor will set up a scenario of vital signs, send it to the monitor, and then the learners and students react to the vital signs of treat the patient. Purchased a company called Walker, and Walker is a manufacturer of simulated medications that look like the actual medication. So there are products out there which will show this particular medicine just in a black and white label. But this actually looks like the real product and down to the cap, the color, since on the paramedic side, you'll be using medications and you want to make sure that you're grabbing something that you learned about, which is going to be the actual medication. So even like an EpiPen, a basic EpiPen that looks like the actual EpiPen when we pull it out. We also do clinical skill trainers. 3B Scientific is known for that as well. This happens to be our hemorrhage control trainer for the leg. We also make an arm. It's a manual pump where you pump the blood in to paste, depending on what you want to bleed. And if you want it to come out of this stab wound here, you can have it come out here. Or there's puncture wounds, there's a gunshot wound, including amputee. So that's that program. Another one we have here is auscultation device mannequin. This is called SAM, which is a student auscultation mannequin, and it has heart sounds, lung sounds, bowel sounds, and breathing sounds. So it's a comprehensive portfolio of best-in-class sounds to teach students and learners what a heart sound would sound like. It has normal heart sounds, and with this one here, you kind of see the red light there. So the student, when they're first learning, might not know what the pulmonic area is to listen to the heart rate. So the instructor will highlight it. The student takes their own stethoscope, puts it over there, and you hear the heartbeat. And then you can change it to the aortic site, and that lit up. And here's another site for listening to the heart, the mitral area. It also has lung capacity sound. So you can listen to the actual breathing depending on where you put the stethoscope. The light will light up. And then after a couple of weeks, the instructor will turn off the lights, and then the student will just have to get the actual landmark themselves. So they can listen through their own stethoscope, or we have a speaker where the instructor can play the actual sound with the normal heartbeat on here for the whole class to listen to, turn it off, and then all the students can try it. So we have a comprehensive catalog and 700 products that we make, and then we also distribute many other vendors' products on our website, about 7,000 products. So that's who we are. And thanks.
Safe does training. We do all levels of CPR and first aid training. We do wilderness first aid, ACLS, PALS, BLS. We do supplies as well. The EMS gear for private and for companies. You see all the different items we have. We've been in business since 2000, so it's been 25 years. These bags right here. People like the bag was a lot roomier than one of our typical competitors. It's a lot more organized. There's the compartments here, 2 compartments in here. It does hold an oxygen tank in the center. Right here it has all compartments just to organize when you come out. So I've organized 2 front pockets, a side pocket, another pocket over here, which does not have the modules in it, but a lot more room. So this is one of our probably number one seller for us in this trauma bags and backpacks today. And they come in various colors. They come in black, blue, neon green, the red. Also comes in a tarpaulin, like plastic material, like for that washes off easily as well. So our number is 845-517-2022. Our email is help@alwaysbesafe.com. So I've been in EMS for about 35 years. I still ride up in Rockland County, paramedic in the past, and currently still ride and work BLS and train. Getting new clients, meeting new people. It's always, fun to meet new people. And
Hi, I'm James Garrison. I'm the sales director in the Northeast for Equinus, which is a portable ultrasound company.
And I'm Kathy McEnany. I'm the clinical apps with Equinus Ultrasound.
Cosmos is a portable ultrasound company or device, and our company's based up in Seattle. We've seen a large uptick within the EMS community with using point of care ultrasound for a lot of reasons. And so one of the key differentiators on Cosmos from any other portable ultrasound device is our AI, which helps new learners learn anatomy, to know what they're looking at, know if they have a good view, and so forth. So if you look at this screen right here, a very common exam is done in the ER, which is a fast exam, to look for any fluid that might be in the abdomen. This can now be determined on the truck, out in the field, at a car accident, in a nursing home, wherever that might be. So the device plugs directly into an iPad, and then we have access to scanning the abdomen, the heart, the lungs, and also peripheral tissue as well via linear probe. So the caveat, you want to add any more?
Yeah, so we have artificial intelligence. It will actually label the anatomy in the abdomen, as well as for cardiac scanning. It will guide the user to some of the views in the heart, and you would get a green bar when the image is accurate. So you've got the 5 green bars, and if you're having trouble finding that, you've got guidance up here. So this will guide the user. This will label the anatomy, and it will also grade with the green bars for cardiac scanning.
We launched this device back in the beginning of COVID, and it came out of the hospital systems where they have large tower ultrasound systems, and we developed a device that can be put into a small bag and brought in applications, whether it be in the hospital where you're trying to get immediate point of care ultrasound, or outside the hospital. And you had mentioned, well, how does this come into EMS? Well, a lot of the medical directors from EMS programs around the country have recognized that getting this information before a patient arrives can do a number of things. Determine which hospital you're going to take that patient to. Do they have a pneumothorax? Can we determine that before they arrive to the hospital? Do they have fluid? Are they bleeding internally or not? So these are all decisions that can be made pre-hospital. And the only way you can do that is with ultrasound. So any EMS program considering implementing ultrasound to that program, there's a lot of literature that says it's impacting patient care. Better decisions are being made. Patients are being saved every day. One of the gentlemen that just came through here a few minutes ago said, I could have used this just a few days ago on my truck, and we didn't have that information. We didn't know if they had a pneumothorax or not until they got to the hospital. There's pockets around the country. So in the Northeast, up in Massachusetts, we've had several start to adopt just in the last Foxborough being one, Foxborough Stadium. Down in Virginia, Tidewater area in Virginia started to implement it. And then other places around the country, New Mexico and Arizona. So it really depends on the medical direction of the EMS programs, if they believe in using ultrasound before the hospital. That's kind of what drives it. Within New York, it hasn't started yet, but somebody will be first. To be here for this period of time and see what folks in New York are doing. We've heard lots of conversations. Like, yeah, ultrasound is something we're considering. I wish we were doing that. We're trying to get our directors to look at this. I could have used it here and here and so forth. So that kind of feedback is great. So this will be on every truck, every helicopter. It'll be out there within the next several years. We're the only one, we're the first one to add this kind of AI within the system, which is really what is helping new users get comfortable, because it's a perishable skill. So you have to have the education, like a government college like this that teaches their programs, have to start teaching it. And once people are learning it, they can take this technology, and there might not be anybody to tell them, how do I get the right view? Well, the device can
Space is a 3D interactive computer, so you don't need any glasses. Regular glasses doesn't matter. So what it does is it allows you to connect with lots of things, especially in this, for your school at BMCC and just anybody who's in health science, to interact with something and pull things out of the screen and feel and connect to things. So it kind of cements the knowledge and understanding. Right now I'm looking at a heart lead, and so I'm able to take the readings here and click on it, and it's actually showing me where that is in the heart, and then I can pull it out and look at it. And what you can't see on the computer on your demonstration is I'm seeing it in 3D. It's pulling out in front of me like as if it's on this screen. And when it does that, it helps your understanding of things and it kind of binds it. So they're not only just interacting, but they're choosing. It's not just you're following a simple program. You're able to look and say, well, what happens here? Where's this stuff? If I go to a different area here, I can actually just practice my lead placements. And so I can turn off the skin, the muscles, and then actually show me where those go, and then move them to the right spots. Paramedic program here, and what they do is they use it as part of their lab experience, and it helps them just have that practice that maybe they just can't have anywhere else. And that's the great thing about anything virtual and augmented reality. It brings that stuff that you can't just manufacture in real life, and it helps you do it and repeat it and helps that kind of muscle memory of understanding. So we work with the instructors, we work with the students to really help them understand how to use this and how to make it work for what they're trying to understand in their entire program. At first, it's like a big wow factor, and then after they get settled in, they're like, oh, wow, this really helps me understand it better. Like, they didn't, at first you're just excited, but then the second part is like, oh, now I get this better, and they didn't even realize they understood it better by doing that because they've read, they've watched videos, and now they experience. So putting that all together really just really helps those students, and their feedback has been great as far as them wanting to have that time in the lab. They get to manipulate on their own. With many models and things like that, you don't have like the blood coming out and things like that, which you can't, but also it's contained and it's a safe environment to practice and make mistakes. I just want to see people's reactions and see what kind of things they are interested in and what they need to learn, because we're always looking as a company to help people in different areas. So whether it's a new app we create or showing them how to really harness the most of this technology.
I'm one of the recruiters for the company, and I have some of my co-workers, I think, who work with me. So we're just here pretty much enjoying ourselves and excited to be here for the Expo. The fact that we're so large and we have the 911 division, St. Barnabas Prehospital. I think that's one of our advantages over other companies. This is some of my recruiting stuff. We have a medic, we have a monitor for the medics. We have our BLS meds kit. We brought our O2 bag with us. We have our paramedic bag also. We brought our stretcher. We use power stretchers. So we brought our stretchers with us. And then we have some of our recruiting stuff from my business card. Something different. This is an actual card. No more cards, so this is a poker chip. So if you need to come to senior care, scan that QR code. The light up CPR mannequin, because you're talking about doing CPR. So with the mannequin, as long as you get the head to light up, it's a light up mannequin, then you know that you're getting proper infusion to the brain. They can go online to seniorcareems.com, join our team, they can apply, or they can call me 917-583-4650. My name is Law. Again, I'm one of the recruiters, and we would love to have you. So you need a driver's license, and you have to be an EMT. I'm looking forward to getting around to see all the things they have here at the Expo. I see a lot of exciting equipment, and I'm looking forward to meeting the students that want to come in and look for work.